Supporting a firstborn child suffering from social anxiety. This isn't an easy situation for an older sister with a timid personality. Why? The oldest children are supposed to be the most mature and capable of all, and to be the most autonomous and self-sufficient of the siblings. When their younger siblings take up their parents' time, they become irritated. They're right. Even if parents do all they can, life isn't fair, no matter how hard they try. To meet their emotional requirements, older youngsters must seek out companions, classmates, and structured organizations outside of their families. I've noticed that many CEOs and other great performers I've met have been the eldest children in their families. This is based on anecdotal evidence. Despite having better social skills than most of their peers, they grew up with a strong sense of self-reliance and a belief that they could only succeed if they did things on their own. That boosted my self-esteem. That's how you become better. However, if the eldest child has social anxiety or shyness, this move to the outside world may be hindered. In fact, I think social anxiety is the worst for kids who are firstborn because they aren't there to show them how things work. For this reason, parents tend to express more urgency and fear while talking about their firstborn than they do with a subsequent child. Anxiety spreads like wildfire. Many of the nervous children I've dealt with were unknowingly instilled with a lot of their own worry by their parents. Recognize that the quiet, eldest kid wants to be strong and independent, as well as to have relationships with others outside their family, yet this produces worry. They are frequently held back by their own dread. To them, the more time they spend away from others, the more evidence they have that there is something awful out there. It is because of this that they retreat even farther from the outside world and spend more time inside, seldom going on play dates or sleeping over with a friend, and instead relying on screens as a place where they may artificially feel competent, empowered, although it isn't genuine. Refusing to interact with others around you builds a foundation for negative attitudes such as, "I don't like the other kids," or "there's something wrong with them." The worst case scenario is that you think, "There must be something wrong with me." They may not be based on fact, but they are powerful because of the way they grow up and are reinforced. There's a good chance that your oldest's frustration, meltdowns, and regressions are the result of stress. So, the first step is to name it. You're the oldest, you say. That is the most difficult stance to hold. No one is ahead of you to point out the path ahead of you. That's a brave thing to do. It's stressful when we have higher expectations than what's really provided. However, the journey will be difficult for both of us. We're not perfect, but we're also learning as we go along. Assist us to help you by allowing us to treat you as an individual in our family. Describe your needs to us. Don't try to correct or treat social anxiety too forcefully, but take little steps in the right way. Encouraging your youngster to participate in more and more activities away from the house is a great way to do this. When it comes to his interests, imagine science, robotics and iLabs as well as low-stress lessons in art, music and theater groups for those who are more intellectually inclined. Consider individual sports, like martial arts, tennis, cross-country, track, swimming, gymnastics, and wrestling, as well as more cooperative sports like ultimate frisbee that tend to attract more academically inclined children. Everyone has the opportunity to shine. Everyone have untapped potential that must be unlocked. See what you may learn about mindset from Carol Dweck's writings. Be open to the idea that we all have the ability to learn and grow, and that making mistakes is simply part of the process. Instill this value in your children, too. If he has a lot of social anxiety, I'd look for a therapist in his area that he enjoys and who he can see on a regular basis to help him build his confidence. What's the use of being confident if it's better to be confident than anxious? The two are incompatible. Confidence is a powerful weapon. Rather than teaching social skills, look for strategies to increase his self-esteem.